Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. My name is Sister Fatima Hodge. I am an active prophetess representing Master Suleiman, the messenger of the covenant, the breaker of the seven seals.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is Brother David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the seven churches exposed. Today's topic, Satan. All right, brothers and sisters, Satan. So you have enemies that's all around you. But you're told that Satan, devils, and demons are invisible entities, spooks and spirits that you can't see. But they are in fact right in front of you. Physical humans, individual people. But they tell you that you can't see them, so you won't identify them directly.
Exactly.
So they keep telling you these things. That way they can deceive you and they make you believe that we're all one human race and we're all being tricked, or what's the word called I'm looking for? We all been tempted by devils and demons and being attacked by these spiritual entities, and we're all
being attacked. We're all,
yeah.
And they're the actual devils.
Exactly.
And they're the actual demons.
Exactly.
And they want you, they don't want you to find that out. So,
right.
Like you shared, they tell you all these other things when these things are just side effects of drugs.
Exactly.
And things that you're consuming.
Mm-hmm.
That you're, waking up and having dreams, nightmares, and things of that nature. It's no such thing as spookies attacking you.
Right.
It's everything is physical, sister and brother. So nothing is spooky. So the things that you're seeing and, hearing and all these things, because things that you're watching, you're processing, you're watching their televisions. They have things within the television that is programming your mind, causing your minds to see things that you're not even watching. All these things that they have in your television, your children are watching. They wake up having nightmares, thinking something's attacking them, like a demon and things. They put that label on. That's a demon.
Mm-hmm.
No, a demon is an actual physical nation that was produced from rape of the black woman, and they're identified as demons because they are actually half man and half devil. Now, the devils were identified by our messenger and the God as the Caucasian nations. They are our open enemies, the devils.
Right.
So, if they have been identified as the devils, then the original nation we are the original nation, right? So, we are that half man. We're that man and they're that devil that mixed with the original nation. They are the devil that mixed in with the original nation, which caused these demons to be produced. So they're half man, half devil because of the black woman, which would represent that man, and half devil because the father is a devil. However, we know that bloodline doesn't change that child. So that child is, in fact, a Caucasian by nature. However, because of the mother being original, these children are now resembling the original nation. So they're unable to be detected. And they look like us, they talk like us, they're not us. They're our hidden enemies. So these are the real demons and devils.
Right.
And their actions proves that they are in fact the real demons and devils. However, instead of you turning the finger to them, they have you thinking things are spooky. Things are not actually physical, so you don't realize that they're the ones. They're the ones that are evil and sick and wicked.
Right.
They don't want you to, point. No, God said don't judge. You know, they want you to judge them because they know that you can see exactly who they are, right? So they throw that card at you. They throw that card at you, so you won't, identify them.
Right.
And
right. Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. That way you can't. That way you can't point the finger and attack them like they're attacking you. You see what I'm saying? Now you be able to identify them. Now you know how to deal with them. Now you know how to. You can tell your other original brothers and sisters. You see how to deal with them, how to avoid them. You see how to go around them. You see, and you know that you can't fix them because they're not. It's not nothing that you can fix. Exactly. It's a nature thing. It's not in their nature.
Weak and wicked.
Right.
Just like their fathers.
Exactly.
Wolves in sheep's clothing.
Right.
They're in the clothing of the sheep.
Mm-hmm.
However, they are wolves.
Right.
And they're eating up all the sheep. And we're trying to figure out where all the sheep are going. And they're eating them. That's because they're killing us, sisters and brothers. That is another example that they're killing our nation.
Exactly.
Because they're camouflaged in with us, and they are pushing the American dream.
Mm-hmm.
And the American dream is 100% against our nature.
So
them operating by their nature is destroying us, period.
Right.
Period. Because they're going to think how they think regardless. Exactly. So if they have children out here who are original, which they have, we have demons out here who produce original children from original men as well. So they're not able to connect with those children. They're not understanding, I forgot the point I was trying to drive. The fact that...
Right, you talking about the half man, half devil thing? How they was created. They created the whole nation of demons. Are you talking about...
Hold on. Wow.
I think that's what you were speaking about.
Right, but I was talking about how they
how they can connect with their children.
Yes. Okay, the demons. Yes, sir. Okay, the demons. Yes. So the demons have produced children who are original. However, and so they're basically, that was the point I was trying to understand, what I was trying to connect that to. Why they're right. The demons are producing children that are original, so they're not able to understand them because they are in fact demons. So they're telling them automatically to push the American dream. However, their children, are original, and some of them are doing it, some of them are not doing it. So they don't understand why, or they can't understand why you're not doing what they're doing because they are against you. You know what I'm saying? They're told, they don't know, you know what I'm saying? They have different natures. We have two different natures. So, and we have two different mindsets as well. So what she's feeding you, and you're original, your mother could be a demon, and she's feeding you all this information, all this advice, all the advice that, that demons, it would benefit demons, right?
Right.
However, you're original, so she's giving you demon advice, and you don't understand that. So, for example, you have a dog giving you a cat giving you dog advice. Excuse me, no. You have a cat giving you cat advice, but you're a dog. So you're a dog, and this cat is giving you his advice. He cannot relate to you at all because he's in fact a different animal than you, right? So you cannot communicate, right? So that is showing that he cannot, right? So he cannot relate to you. So you have your parents, your demon mothers and things like that out here, and if your fathers are, then you are. However, right, you have the demon mothers out here who are promoting to our children, to their children, to push the American dream, and it's killing it's killing our nation. However, you have to understand that it's also making us against them, basically making us causing a conflict there because we have two different mindsets, and we don't realize why mommy don't understand me, and things like that. So it's causing a natural conflict there, which is a conflict that we don't understand because we don't have that knowledge of what Satan has done, what these devils have done to our nation. We don't understand these things, so we are, going back and forth, because we don't understand that we're two different natures.
Right.
And once we have that understanding and understand that you suppress certain things, you don't react to certain things in certain ways that you used to react to these things, because you know who this person is. You know not to do certain things, or comment on certain things that they're, because this is your, you can't just, it's your mother, of course. So however you know how to deal with the situation, understanding this knowledge that you have a hidden enemy. And a lot of our mothers are demons because of, a lot of our original men have also, like I said, they look like us. So we don't know what, nobody knows until the Son of Man came and exposed this hidden enemy. So a lot of our men have had children with them, and not realize the hidden enemy, they look like us. So you think you got children with another black woman, but this black woman is actually a demon. However, we're going to move forward in our video, because this video is not about demons. Excuse me.
It's always about demons.
Yes, it's always about demons. Yes, sir. Because Satan, let's get back to Satan, because Satan, they are the ones utilizing these demons on their platforms, because they're the ones that control the vision, right?
And that's what you were saying. You were talking about the programming and how they think that these things are real. But they think that the spooks and spirits and stuff that they're hearing and seeing is real, but they're being programmed. Right?
Yes,
that's
sir.
what you were saying at first, that they was right. And who controls that? Satan.
Exactly, Satan. False angels, sisters and brothers. And excuse me. Go ahead, babe.
No, you're right. Right. Satan is the one that's causing you to believe these things. He's keeping you locked in that zone of thinking that we all fighting the same fight. That devils and demons and Satan are these things that you can't. They're invisible, and they're attacking you while you're sleeping and while you what I'm saying, you're having nightmares and stuff of that nature, right? Or you're going to hell, and they're putting all these ideas out, and then they putting out the, like you said, the music and this and that and the other, and they're the ones that's locking these things into your subconscious and your conscious mind and programming you, keeping you conditioned, making you believe in fairy tales and myths.
Exactly.
You see? But it's all to destroy you.
Keeping you thinking that they're great people, and making you show that the black man and woman are clowns, and they're great people. That's the image.
Exactly.
And that's the vision of Satan and our open enemy. That is their vision, to destroy us as a nation and make themselves look like angels when they're not.
Right.
However, like soon, Satan is about to be exposed, and they will be exposed to the whole world. And that is going to be the shock of the hour. It's going to be a shock.
Right.
That is going to be a shock. Because they're supposed to be God's people. Right?
Right.
That's what they claim.
Right.
They claim to be God's people. And the actions that they produce are not godly. Right?
Not at all.
We can, there's a list. So they cannot, so they're claiming this title that they're not meeting the description of.
Right.
They're claiming a title that they do not meet the description of.
Right.
So they're about to reap what they've sown. Right?
Exactly.
These people have stolen the original nation's identity. They're stolen the originator's identity. And now they're about to be exposed for stealing. They're about to be exposed for being liars. They lied to the whole planet, so everybody's about to be in shock. Shock of the hour. Right. These Negroes that's been clowned on television 24/7 for years, going 400 plus years, are God's people. So who are we? That's automatically what's going to make them think when Satan is exposed as being Satan. False Israel is exposed as being Satan. That's what they're going to think. So if we're Satan, right, or we devils, because all that's going to be exposed. So if we're these things, then, if they're God's people, then who are we, right? That's going to go through their brain. That's what's going to, and that means that they are the devils,
Right.
Satan, all these people that are against God's people.
Exactly.
They meet all of those in scriptures. So they're going to put two and two together and identify that they've already put, however, they're going to identify that
Right.
they are the evil ones. And they are the ones that said will be judged.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All that's going to be exposed and identified. And that's going to be the shock of the hour. Because everybody feel like false Israel's God's chosen people.
Exactly.
False Israel can do no wrong.
Right.
Because we're God's chosen people.
Mm-hmm.
So we did this in God's name.
Right.
Right? So
Exactly.
basically everything they do is okay. Pretty much.
Right.
Because they're God's chosen people, right?
Exactly.
So them over there killing all those innocent children and women
Mm-hmm.
in Hamas, that's God's work. That's the work of God. And those are innocent children, right? Innocent women. Oh, God would never do that to innocent children, and, right? That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that you got to understand, that these are not. It says that God would do these things, though, right? So that's identifying that the scriptures, you know. So basically, what am I trying to say? The fact that it identifies in the scriptures that, you know, the wrath of God and what's going to take place. And you have the demons and devils identifying and saying, oh, God would never, you know, hurt an innocent child. Or what am I trying to say? Or what's the point I'm trying to drive here?
Right. The fact that they're killing innocent women and children, they're the people of God, right? But God ain't supposed to do these things. But and they these are guys. These are so-called God's chosen people. These
Exactly.
are the true seed of Abraham.
Exactly. There you go. That's
why
the point
are
I'm
they
trying to
performing
drive.
these works?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Of
sir.
Satan.
Yes, sir. Boom. Boom. God would hurt innocent children. Okay, so boom, you got that wrapped in your head, right? So you have these people who are God's chosen people, right? That are killing innocent children
Right.
and women.
Exactly.
So put that together. Okay, God would do it. Well, why are they doing that?
Right.
So let's figure out why these people that claim to match this title, why are they doing that?
Right.
That's because they're lying. And they're not who they claim to be. And the scriptures identify that they're liars. And identify that they're the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
And it identifies this in Revelation, which is the last book of the Bible, in chapter 2 and 3, in the 7 churches.
Right.
It identifies false Israel as being Satan.
It does. It says it clearly. It tells you exactly who they are. It says the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. And it says the blasphemy out of the ones saying, which is lying, they're lying, saying this, Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. You see? So it's clear on who Satan is. It's not a mystery. It's not no spook, no spirit, no mystery Satan or satanic devil, demon in hell waiting to terrorize and torture you. It's physical individuals, right? Because false Israel are the ones that claim to be Jews, right? They're the ones that claim to be that, right? And it says what? The ones who claim to be Jews, they're lying. They're not. They're Satan. And who the ones have synagogues? False Israel, right? It says synagogue of what? Satan. So it's clear.
Exactly.
You see?
It's right there in the scriptures.
It's verbatim. It tells you exactly who Satan is. And that's the thing. Something so simple like this, your pastor and your preacher or your spiritual leaders could just inform you on. You see? Easily. Just tell you right then and there. Take that mystery away, right? But they want to keep you blind. They want to keep you unaware. They want to keep you confused, misled. You see? Because their teaching is based off spookism. So see, taking your tangible money and selling you a fake heaven and hell.
Exactly.
You know, they never intend on giving you nothing.
Exactly. You're supposed to build their paradise and you get yours and you die and go to heaven.
Right.
After you wore yourself out from building their paradise while you were alive.
Exactly.
That's their plan. That's what they're doing.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Because if indeed they did tell you the truth, then they couldn't keep doing what they're doing now. You understand what I'm saying? Because their job is to deceive you. So if they stop deceiving you, then they'll be out of a job.
Right.
You understand? because their job is based
You're
off
paying their bills.
deception. Right.
You're giving them money every Sunday, every Wednesday, or whenever they have Bible studies. You're cash out
Right.
them, giving them all your money,
Exactly.
your hard-working money that you're working for in the name of God.
Right. And they're in the business of robbing God.
Right.
And guess who's God? It's you. You see? So they're
Okay.
robbing God. You see?
Literally. Right. Literally. Right. And that's why they're going to be destroyed. And when the truth is exposed, all these past and the futures are going to be. You all don't even, you can't even imagine what
Impaled.
the minds of the people are going to be like during this time, because this is a time that is never.
Right.
America is coming to an end.
Unprecedented times.
The reality is coming to an end.
Right.
Everything is switching. Everything is changing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a time that like no other.
Right.
Literally.
Intense darkness.
Literally. So when the truth is exposed, the people's minds is gonna. You can't even imagine when this truth is exposed, because, or fathom the way that people are going to think, because
Right.
it's going to be the end of their whole
Mm-hmm. I'm scared to death.
reality, their whole life that they thought that they were making here in America. All that's coming to an end.
Right.
And then their whole mindset and the way that they view things is all crushing.
Right. That's why I'm like,
That's all crushed and
imagine
crumbled.
that. Jesus.
It's
Heaven.
turned into dust.
All
So
these
that's so they're not going to care about anything.
Right.
As a getting the mindset of our enemies, because they're going to be envious of us because we're God's people. That means we're going to be the ones to get promised land, go home, and all these great things that it said God's people would receive, right? These Negroes they're getting that, but we're not getting anything.
Right.
You have to understand that we're going to be in danger when this truth is exposed, because they're immediately going to attack us.
It's true.
Immediately, they're going to attack all blacks.
Right.
Immediately, we are a threat to their lives.
Exactly.
They're going to attack all blacks. We are a threat to them, to their livelihood. Come on, their whole nation is going to be destroyed. We are a threat to them. And they're going to attack all blacks. Which is why the light is here we are here giving you this light that you need.
Right.
So when this time comes, you're nowhere near these enemies.
Exactly.
Because if you are, you will be a victim.
Exactly.
It's sure they'll be eating their own children.
Right.
So you're definitely on the table.
First.
You're definitely on that table.
The first one on it.
So this is why it's important to understand that you all need to know that when this event takes place, your lives are on the line.
Right.
They're attacking all blacks. It said flee. You can't turn around and get anything. That's how important it's going to be. You're going to be in another location. Then and when this event takes place, it takes place at any time.
Right.
And you can be somewhere at the grocery store and you can't get, and this how bad it's going to be. You won't even turn around and go back to the house to pick up your kids to get them with you. That's how bad it is going to be. You're not going to be able to do that. That's how bad it is. You're not going to even be able to do that. Because if you do, you're dead. That's how bad this time is going to be, because everyone is your enemy. But you don't realize it. But they know. But you don't. But a lot of them don't even know. That's really going to be the shock.
Right.
Because a lot of them don't know that they're devils and demons. A lot of them don't know. But some of them, they'll admit to it. I'm a demon. Yeah, I'm a demon. They don't know the knowledge of it, but they feel it. They feel it. They feel that they're crazy and wicked. They know. So that's what, so you're going to have a lot of them people that, that's why I said the most tender-hearted man will be.
Want to have compassion for his wife or his children.
It said, what was Nicodemus? He was
right. No matter how good
he was righteous, right?
Right.
It didn't matter.
Jesus didn't give a damn.
It don't matter because your bloodline is devil. So at the end of the day,
you still a devil.
Exactly. So there's no refining in you all at all. So you must be destroyed, regardless how good you try to be and how good you try to act. It doesn't matter. That's how bad this time is going to be,
Right.
sisters and brothers. That's how bad it is, regardless. It's not, if you're not meeting the criteria of the time frame that you're in, then you're going to be left behind.
Right.
And that's why we're here, to give you that knowledge that you're going to need to be successful in the time that you're going to need to move forward. And that is understanding who your enemies are. Let's start there.
Right.
And understand that false Israel,
Right.
that is over there killing Hamas and those children and those
Right.
women, they're starving them.
Right.
They are Satan.
Mhm.
This is Satan. Y'all think Satan's some spook, some creepy.
Right.
They're Satan, and y'all think it's they are creepy and spooky because they committed horror on our nation.
Mhm.
It was a horror movie. These people are crazy. They're the ones that produce. They're the ones that make horror films,
Right.
make spooky movies, things
They
like
make-
that. They're
they
the
good
ones
at it too,
that
ain't they?
do corruption and things like that. They're the ones. Satan, false Israel. They're not just Satan. It's not saying that these things have identification in the scriptures. Every character has identification who they are.
Right.
Satan is false Israel. So it's
Mhm.
they have Adam and Eve, America and Britain. However, that gets to another conversation. However, these things are identified, right? They have meanings, real
Exactly.
meanings to them.
Right.
All these things that they have, all this darkness that's being spoken 24/7 on your TikToks, on your, on your reels, 24/7, that they're feeding you your mind, telling you what these scriptures mean. It's shared. No one would know what these scriptures mean but that one, right? The Son of Man, the Lamb. That's who the one who break the 7 seals. And those who give the knowledge to, those are the only ones who will understand and know this knowledge, right? So those people who are out here trying to tell you their interpretation of what these things, Adam and Eve, and Eve, the reason why
They're
the
just
woman,
guessing.
what is the woman, and the reason why the
Right.
the whole world is
Yep.
messed up like it is. All these corrupted, messed up explanations of what these scriptures are saying, and they don't know.
You know?
They don't know, and they're making up things.
They can't know.
Exactly, they can't
Right.
know.
Because the scripture was clear. Like she said, no one would know but that one, right?
But that one.
It said no one in the heavens or the earth or under the earth could break those seals but the Lamb. So unless you're the Lamb or you with them,
You're reading the sealed Bible.
how the hell would you know what it's saying?
Exactly, it's sealed. You don't have the key. It's sealed. So you're reading what's on the surface. You're not reading what it really means. You
Right.
don't know what it means. You can't. That's
Right.
the thing. They won't be able to. They still won't be
Right,
able
even
to.
if you told them, right?
Even- right.
The way they mind, they don't think like we do anyway. 'Cause they got a different nature, so they think totally different than we do anyway. But by default. So what we believe is crazy to them. That sounds irrational, right? It sounds right. Sounds crazy, right? That's crazy. You see?
Exactly, because we don't communicate the same.
Right.
We don't hear it. We don't sound. We don't process things the same. We don't, because we are too different. We are in fact too different. We're all humans, yes, but we're different. We have
Right.
different natures.
Exactly.
Just like you have animals. You have
Right.
animal world. They're all animals,
Right.
but they have different animals.
Right.
And they all do not communicate with one another.
Right.
They're all animals, yes, but they cannot all communicate with one another. And
Exactly.
they cannot have babies with a zebra cannot have a baby with a giraffe. Okay? That can't happen. If it does, that's a messed up
Hey,
production. That is a grafted
I'm sure
item.
there's some
That
science
is
involved, wouldn't
something
it?
that has been produced from something being created. I mean,
Right.
not created, but right.
I know what you're saying.
It's made. Something being
Right.
made. Like,
They went in
so
there and tampered with something.
exactly. So
came out
that's
with
what's
that.
taking place with these demons.
Right.
You have these demons
Right.
that are
That's another indicator. Right.
corrupting our nation because they're messed up.
Yeah.
They're mixed,
And
and we got two animals mixed together. We got two
Yeah.
natures mixed right there. That's two
But then you
natures.
got people thinking like, well, didn't you say two animals can't do that? See, that's another thing. You see, like the fact that y'all think that we can, because we can do it, don't
It's
mean it should
okay.
be
It don't
right.
mean it
It don't
should
mean
be
it should be
done.
done.
No.
It said we shouldn't mix races.
And they said they would look like us, right?
Right.
So that don't mean you sleep with them.
Right.
Just because we made them look like us, that don't mean you sleep with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why we had a color difference. There you go. Yes, that was the sign. I don't say that's a reason, but that will be your sign of. And I'm not saying that because we have a lot of our nation who are original, who have that white skin tone due to them. However, that's due to the rape of what they did to us as well. But they're still original at the end of the day because their mothers are original. However, that wasn't originally how we originally looked because we were not light skinned. You know, that's what we end up producing. That's another conversation. However, right, that is gracious. However,
right,
what was the point that I was identifying?
Oh no, there's a point in there.
Oh my goodness.
We got carried away. Let's see.
Yes. The fact of
mixed race.
Yes, there you go. Yes, sir. The fact that we should not be producing one another. That's just like two animals producing with each other, which will cause a weird-looking, thinking giraffe zebra, right?
Right.
Oh my goodness, like dog cat, right? Half dog, half cat. It bark and then it meow sometime and it bark sometime, and he's confused. So it's like this animal is confused, right? And that's exactly what's taking place with them demons. They're acting, because they have original mothers. They act original a little bit, so it's hard to detect them, right? That's why, because they're camouflaged in with us. So not only they look like us, but they're also acting because they're like us because they're surrounded by us, and we pick up on each other's thoughts. Just like we're picking up on their end, they pick up on ours. So we have positive thoughts, and they have negative. So we're thinking, whenever we have all these negative thoughts, we're picking up on their, and they're picking up when they're positive. You understand that? That's why they're, that's why it's so hard to detect them because, like I said, that's a confused being, right? It can communicate with demons. It can communicate with devils and original people, black people, right? Because it's mixed, so it's a confused product, right? And that's exactly what these demons are. So, but they're not. We know that they're the nature. Their nature doesn't change, right? Their nature is not gone, right? But they have the mannerism of black people and stuff. Right. So that's why you get it confused. You can get it like mistaken because they walk around just like us.
Right.
They got the same kind of mannerism like us, but they're still wicked by nature. Their nature isn't changed. Their nature is just like them devils.
Right.
And because they've been surrounding us so long, they adapted to us, acting like we acted like them, right? It's a conflict. That's why it's conflict in the original nation because we have two mindsets that are in it, and we can't identify what's going on. What's going on there? Mm-hmm. We know that I know that whenever it's always your own people, right? Your own people, right? It's because that's be those demons that's causing corruption, right? So that's why you feel like I don't even want to deal with them, right? Because you have your guard up because you don't even want to deal with, what they're producing and what they're doing, So you have your guard up on all blacks, which is why they're going to attack all blacks. Again, that gets you back to that because we all look alike.
Right. They don't give a damn about none of that.
I can't detect you.
So
we're killing all blacks.
We know we're looking for the seed of Abraham, but damn, all y'all look like the seed of Abraham.
There you go, and that's exactly how we're thinking as a nation. Shoot, our own people be doing me scams. So I'm deterring myself away from you completely.
Right.
Right. That's exactly how we're. So a lot of our people has done that, and a lot of our people are veering to other things because they're not, understanding what's going on. Right. So they promote not. Excuse me, sisters and brothers. I don't know what that was. They're promoting all these things, to get with a Caucasian man. Mm-hmm. All these things to, these things. This is going to make your life greater. This is This is what you're hearing 24/7 on the Demon Vision. This is what they're pushing for you to think like, because you're trying to detour. You already have in that mindset because these demons have corrupted our nation. So you want to detour away from your own people. Right. So why not go ahead to the other side? Mm-hmm. They're nicer to me. They're doing all these things to me. That's because that's another story. However, we know that they don't love you. They don't like you. Mm-hmm. Our enemies, they put on this fake image for just so they can destroy you.
Right. You got a benefit attached to it, which is their agenda is to destroy you. So if they got to stab you in the back to do it, then that's what they'll do. Mm-hmm. You see?
Yes, Lord. And this is all the works of Satan.
Right.
Satan. This is brothers, they're the ones control this music. They're the ones control all the things that you're watching on your television, everything that you're listening to, everything. They're in control of everything that you're wearing.
Right.
All of these things they're in control of. The games that you're playing.
Right.
Everything. Literally everything that you're doing.
Right.
They're in control of it. The weed, the products, all these things that they have you constantly purchasing, constantly wanting. They're in control of these things because they know that this is what's going to distract you, and this is what's going to make you
destroy.
Exactly, distract and destroy you. Exactly.
Right.
They know these are the items and things and trinkets that's going to destroy you as a nation and destroy your image as a nation.
Right.
So that's why, like I said, they're in charge of what you're wearing because they're making sure that that's what they're showing you on TV 24/7. Keep that.
Right.
They're in charge of the TVs.
Pumping it.
You can't just put on whatever you want on the TV. It's like this. We're speaking right now. They're not going to allow this on the TV. No.
Right.
This is not their vision. This is against them. So they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna put their demons on these platforms.
Exactly.
Those people identify, and they're gonna be the ones, you know, they tell them what to do. Basically, they're following their instructions.
Right.
You're not getting on there doing what you want. No, you're following Satan's instructions, false angel instructions. Because why? Because we stole these people's identity, and we need them dead.
Exactly.
We need them dead. So that's what we have been trying to do for 4 years, and they're still here.
Mm-hmm.
Why are these niggas still here? 400 years later, we done wiped out the Indians. We done wiped out the Mexicans.
Right.
What? Why can't we wipe out these niggas? What is going on?
Right. Wasn't no women like our women. The evidence is here. We still here. You see? So they mess with the wrong ones. And that's the thing. And the harder now that they try to wipe us out, right. What they're trying to do is not going to take place. It's exactly the opposite. You know, like, so they're trying their best to wipe us out, and we're going to multiply. And we're going to do exactly what they feared would happen, which is multiply and lead the country and get vengeance, right? That's exactly what we're doing.
They're fearing their vengeance,
Right.
brothers. They know what they did to our nation.
Exactly.
So they have this picture that they paint that's so lovely of them because they don't want you to ever remember what they did, because they know that it's not gone out of your mind. Once that spark is sparked,
Boy.
they know it. That you're going to start remembering stuff, right?
Like, what?
You're going to start realizing that they're right. So no. They're working long hours to keep you distracted. Keep her at this job.
Right.
Keep her at this doctor's appointment. Keep her busy.
Right.
Keep him busy.
Right.
Keep them busy with the TikTok.
Exactly.
Keep them dancing. Keep them getting rich from dancing.
Right.
Keep them getting rich from dancing and acting like a clown. Or, keep them in that mindset of that's what they need to be doing to have a paradise. So they don't ever sit and think and realize what has been done to them.
Right.
Or find out. They don't want you to find out. They don't want you to hear this, right?
Exactly.
This right here,
And
this is what they're hiding.
I'm glad you spoke about that, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're shadow banning these content. They're you know what they do. They put us in violations. They're stopping this message. They're stopping the views. They, you know what they do. They what do you do? They minimizing the exposure of it. They won't allow it to spread. So
because we know they're in control of all these things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People don't realize that they control everything. Right. They're watching everything. They control it all.
Exactly.
So
and they're viewing
if you're against their vision, you're out of there.
Yeah.
You're out of there.
Right.
So anybody that got these big platforms that are still on there,
exactly,
that's a sign that you're not talking about. No.
Somebody doing a hell of a job pushing the masses.
Masses vision. Yeah, that's what I said, because they're gonna shut you down. I mean, hey, if you tell them about, that's why you can't say certain things. And
people know that too. They know they can't say certain things.
Exactly.
Right.
They'll say those people, or
right.
or those Karens, No, they have names. They have the identification.
Code language.
And they use the code language because they fear.
Right.
And that's what is about to be wiped away, that fear, because, they're fearing because they have jobs that they have to keep. They got food to put on the table, so that's natural fear that's built within them because they need that job and they need this for their survival. So naturally, they're not going to go against the person that's giving them that, right? Giving them that money and giving them that opportunity. So they're not going to go against them just naturally because they need him, right? However, that's why we say that fear, because that's what's going on. That's that fear that we are fearing from speaking our truth, speaking ourselves, because they got us in this chokehold. And if you stop this job, you're not going to have that house. You're not going to have that car. You're not going to have any food. You're not going to have. So we're in a tug of war with massa in our nature. We're in a tug of war with massa in who we are by nature. So they are basically, keeping us, like I said, keeping us busy 24/7 to keep us away from our vision,
right,
and who we are. And we don't realize once we stop, because that's why they have managers. That's why they have people like this on these platforms to aid you, to also to
redirect.
Exactly, to redirect you, because they need you to keep. And let's make sure he's
keep
online. Go check on Bobby. Make sure Bobby's staying on that field. Make sure Bobby's on that plant. Make sure Bobby's here today, because they need you to be there so their paradise can keep running.
Exactly.
So they have to this is a both situation symbiotic relationship. They need one another, right? Right? So they need us. So if we stop, then their paradise ends, right? But we're just getting that, but they're giving us the crap and they're getting the honey, right? We're not getting nothing from working long hours. We're getting scraps.
Right.
And they're getting the maximum profit.
Mm-hmm.
We're both getting something here.
Right.
Don't forget that. But we're getting the shitty end of the stick.
Right.
And they're getting that great, the paradise. Because while you're working, they're laying back. While you're working, they're getting all that money.
Right.
That you're producing for them.
Mm-hmm.
All that. And that's what they plan on doing. That's why they're destroying our nation by doing that. And I forgot. Goodness. They always feel like that. That was amazing. Goodness gracious.
Hey, look.
Anyways, it's a lot of information. However, I hope you all understand this. And understanding that this is the light that you're going to need in this darkness. And the time that you're in right now is full of darkness. We're in the time of darkness, which is why it's prevailing. Because this is the time of darkness. This is the time of Satan. And Satan is false Israel. Sisters and brothers, Satan is not no spook. Satan is false Israel. And they're in charge of the wickedness and the songs and the music that you listen to, that you say that Illuminati ought to know that's works of Satan.
That's a distraction too, all that crap. You see what I'm saying? Because they all devils and demons. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
Rituals and all that spooky stuff that y'all all saying. If they drinking blood, that's what they doing.
That's the nature of devils and demons.
That's what devils and demons do. So they doing
so whatever they got going on,
sexual activity and all that weird crap. That's what they do. It's not a shock. This is what they do. Like you should, you know what I'm saying?
And that's a lot of people now. They're in shock of what these celebrities and things like that are being exposed of being homosexual and things like that. You are being shocked. This is something that will take that shock away. This information that we're giving you, the knowledge of who they are, devils and demons. So once you have that knowledge, you say, what do devils and demons do? They rape, kill, steal, and destroy. So all these things they're doing because that's who they are. So you won't have to question these things anymore. You won't have to say, why he do that? Or why he acting like because he's a devil and that demon. That put answers to all questions.
But you want to know something that bothers me about all these things that's happening in with the media and all these things? They always target the black looking people. See, like they target the black looking celebrities. And they always point out what blacks are doing and what, you get what I'm saying? What Jay-Z, Beyonce, Diddy, or, they're black entertainers and black people. So, because they're trying to destroy our image, like you explained, right? Mm-hmm. So they always point out where we're doing and how many people we killed, or black people killing black people. Or
they're doing that
Right, but they don't never point the finger at that. Said, what didn't you just show me something with that they just found the man, they found that head in his mama's house. They weren't talking about that though, was they?
Teenager boy had a head.
They quick to cover those things up.
Caucasian boy had a head and hands in his mother's closet, and why is that not being talked about? He chopped off a man's head and we don't do things like that. Since when is it reported that the black man is out here doing things like that?
Right.
No, never. Sisters and brothers, that's them.
Right.
They're the wicked ones. They're the real wicked ones.
Exactly.
They're the one, and their demon children are wicked as well. So they are. That's why I said they're corrupting our nation. They're making us look bad. Because they are the ones out here doing just like their daddies.
Exactly.
Rapists, pedophiles, all these things. That's their children.
Right. But they highlighting their demon children's actions because it affects us.
Right, it affects us because they look like us.
Right.
So it's like, oh, them black people, black people. You know, those are Caucasians and black skin.
Right.
That's not the real black people. The real original nation. We all skin folk, but we're not all kin. That's why people have to understand that we're not all the same. And if you think different than this person, that should be a red flag. You know, when you're with and hanging out with someone that look like you, you know, you all skin folk. Not saying think differently.
It's okay to think differently, but if y'all have the same perspective, that's when it gets kind of weird.
Right, that's when it starts. That's why I say, because we're giving you all this knowledge. Once you realize that that separate, you know, you start to, you know better, you do better, right?
Right.
So once you start seeing these things that we're identifying that demons do and the actions that they take, regardless if they're not a demon or not, you get away from that. Because those are the actions of demons, period. You know, because a lot of people are demon possessed. So you might be around someone who was original but is acting out as a demon, right? So those actions, these things, these signs, these actions that we're identifying are the things that you need to detour from. And red flag, you know, because they are against you and they're against your nation, right? They're against who you are. So you detour from that. So that's the thing.
You know, I think I messed up. It's okay. The perspective is the same as what you said. It's okay to have different perspective. I apologize. Because it's all about how you view it, right? But it's the same core idea. The truth has to remain the same. You know what I mean? So
it's only 1 + 1 equals 2, not 3, 4, 5, 6. No,
you know what I mean?
2.
So when a person if you start telling a person 2 + 2 = 4, and they keep telling you 22, that's when that's red flag. You see?
Exactly. Or your friends say 2 + 0 equals what? 2. And you say 1 + 1 equals what? 2. Same answer, but different equation, right?
Right.
Same answer, different equation. We got the same answer though.
Right.
That needs to be, you know, that's the mindset that we're coming to.
Right.
And understanding, you know, mathematics and the knowledge of self. Basically understanding that, you know, there's one truth.
Right. It's like
it's not 1,000 truths.
If you say men can have babies and somebody say they can, you see what I'm saying? That's 22.
Right. No, you know, you just said that 5 + 5 = 30. No, that does not. No, a man cannot have a baby. So that's another example of math equation that in real life equation. You know, that's wrong, right? That's wrong to your logic, right?
Exactly.
So that's what we're talking about there. You know, saying these things, telling you, confusing you, telling you 4 + 4 = 9. They tell you all these things, just confuse your brain, and it's definitely working because our people are, you know, we don't have a voice, which we do now. We do have a voice, however, you have not heard that voice. You know, they're blocking that voice. Exactly, all these things we're putting it out there.
All these damn things
however,
to stop this black voice from getting out. The original black voice, you see, because they don't want our nation waking up, just like you explained. Because if we do, then that's their destruction with a consequence. So, you know,
we're listening to all these other voices.
Exactly.
Listening, and because we're trying to, we're feeding, you know, because we're looking for something.
Right,
you know?
People definitely looking for some truth now.
And we're listening to all these devils and demons, and we're taking their advice because they look like us, but they're not us.
I mean, the thing is, their advice don't satisfy us. It sounds exciting, but it still don't resonate with you.
Right.
You hear it, it sounds cool, but then it's like, it's not it.
Right.
You know, you still feel empty inside after you're done trying to figure out what the hell that demon was trying to say. And, you know, it's still like never clicked with you, but I see what they got. Like,
Right.
even if I got it, would I even still be happy?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's another thing.
No.
Because you have trauma
Right.
within you.
Exactly.
Within you. It's things that you cannot get rid of unless it's, you know, fixed. Right?
Right.
Which is why the black man has to avenge us, sisters. So that trauma that we feel from being unprotected will be, you know, healed.
Right.
We'll be healed from that, right? So until then, we are damaged, right? From these things. You can't take that away from us. So, like you were sharing, it's causing us to, we just identify that, goodness. The fact that we are still damaged, you know, by
Right.
what took place to us.
Exactly.
So it can't be, you know, you can act like you're
Right.
happy, but
you
you're not happy.
Right.
You may feel these, you're trying to be happy
Trying
because you're trying to
to.
be happy for your family
Right.
or for your, you know, demon mother. You're trying to be happy, you know, you're trying to be seen as happy, but you're not really happy.
Right.
Because you're in a reality that's against you.
Totally.
But you're having to be happy because you have the demons that are around you. You have to be like, why they, you know, ain't no excuses, you know, all these things that they're pushing that for you, you know, which is true. It's no excuse. However, the reality to get to the point that they're in, they say there's no excuse, you know, basically because they'll give you an example of somebody in a wheelchair being successful or a midget or something.
Right.
Successful in this reality. No excuses for you, you know, because the knowledge of energy deprivation is not known.
Right.
Also,
go
ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I hate when they do that because you do you understand that isolated that person? I mean, that puts that person that much more in the spotlight now. Mm-hmm. Now all the spotlight is on them and all the support is on them. Now everybody want to make sure they're successful.
And also they did.
You get what I'm saying, though. I'm telling you, I'm putting it all together.
Right, that part too.
You know, on top of their good luck, this is the good luck. This is the form of coming now. This event happened to them tragically, and now they're superstars overnight. You see?
And they hit you with no excuse.
Right. But that can happen to an original person, and it just don't go that same way for him. He end up in the downstairs basement with no arms, no legs, in a wheelchair, thinking constantly his death every day, thinking constantly what he gonna do now, what I'm gonna do now, and it ain't no sunny side for him. You know what I mean? And it didn't work out the way it worked out for that demon. It didn't motivate him. It made him more depressed because he's already depressed because he was already being tormented and tortured. And now he don't have the same supporting family or fans, or he didn't have a social media. He didn't have nobody to reach out and make sure he was gonna be cool. You see? That's how the story go for us. There's no happy ending for us here. You know?
That's why we have to get happy.
Right.
We have to get out of the land of our enemies.
That's what it said.
The land of our imprisonment.
Right. You got the demon telling you stay here.
The land where they beat and killed,
right,
tortured, raped, sodomized your whole nation. You want to stay here in that house?
Yeah. Why not? You know?
That's full of trauma and bloodshed of your mothers, daughters, brothers, and sisters. You want to stay in this house?
They think that's strength to be able to endure that. Like, and that's honor. Like, honor and strength. Showing your strength and honor.
And that's also the division. Things like that.
Yeah.
Like, because the reason why they glorify, this land, because this is their land. They're born here. They're produced here.
Right.
So this is their land.
So
they're right.
We are here. Right. Right.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
However, that's the difference of the visions, right? You have this set of people that saying, we've been here. And you have this other set of people that's like, we came here on ships.
Right. So which one?
Which one is? Why is it two different mindsets though? What?
Right.
Who changed something there? You know what I'm saying? Who came in and said, "No, that's not what happened to y'all. This is what happened." Who did? That's because you have demons, you have devils. You have demons, you have the original nation.
Right.
So we have two different mindsets, and that's also what was taking place when Martin Luther King and Elijah Muhammad was here at the same time, they always take place at two different.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
What am I trying? What is the word?
And
yes, but it's a certain. It's okay. However.
Oh yeah, you talking about the 50-year?
No,
thing?
Sir.
Okay.
I am speaking on that, but I'm speaking about a word I'm trying to find. But it's okay.
Gotcha.
However, it's the differences between what takes place. We have the demon vision and you have the saint vision. Every 50 years, it's always a different vision from the saints and from the demon side. And during that time of Martin Luther King and you had Elijah Muhammad, he was preaching separation.
I think it's the Afrocentric and Eurocentric thing. Where we got one of them pushing this, you know what I'm saying, black vision, you got them pushing the American dream vision, like them being more like Massa, being more, telling you to stay in America, telling you to love Massa, to be an American, to love America. And then you got the black slang, we want to get out of here, we want better rights, we want to, you know what I'm saying, you got people that's, you know what I'm saying, the Afrocentric and the Eurocentric thing, right? Where you got two leaders that rise up at the same time. You see saying?
Right.
Right. I got you. I'm with you.
Well, it's not a leader. Well, right. Yes, sir.
Certain individuals.
That because you had during the 1918 when we first was released from so-called plantation, you had those who wanted to stay.
Right. Frederick Douglass
on the plantation. You had those who wanted to leave the plantation.
Right,
you had those who wanted to be sharecroppers. You had those who wanted to leave the plantation.
I got you.
So during this time, you had the demon vision. Was to stay here, to come together. When Martin Luther King was pushing that come together vision, right? Let's love each other, right? Let's not look at each other's skin tone, things like that. That was the vision of Martin Luther King. However, the vision of Elijah Muhammad, and they were here at the same time, and the vision of Elijah Muhammad was separation. Complete separation from these devils, right? So that was two different visions, and that's how you can identify a demon and a saint. They have two different visions. So like I shared that two different vision that's taking place right now. You have people saying we wasn't brought here. And you got these other people that are saying we was already here. So that's another thing. And you got Farrakhan saying we're not going anywhere. You have a ton of men telling us you're leaving, you're going out of here. You have a free gift. This is showing you that the mindset, the difference of the mindsets. They're wanting to stay here in America, preach that they've been here, all these things, and we are preaching our mindset because that's how we want to get out of here. And we were brought here, we were taken. That's how we feel, and they preach how they feel because they were born here, right? So that's what they want us to push their vision of. Because if not, then that's their destruction, right? That's their destruction, but they don't see that. They don't know that. But that's what they're about to find out. Which is why it's going to be a shock. And Farrakhan is definitely in the know that he's, Farrakhan is the chief demon. He's over the Nation of Islam. And that's why he's, using members like he is, because that's not only, because he's an enemy, he's a demon. However, he knows that his time is near. So he's, getting them prepared to be destroyed, pretty much. That's exactly what he's doing. He's telling them, stock up on food and things like that. And we know that during a famine and during a time where, food is needed, stocking up on food is not the best thing to do because everyone is in need of food. So when you cook, you're causing yourself to be a target because people can smell these things and all these things. So basically, that's not preparing for war. And that's how he's preparing them for that. And that is the highway to destruction. That's why we share. Farrakhan is out to destroy, just like his daddies, just like his father, which is Satan. And he's Satan as well, sisters and brothers. Like we shared, is not a spook. He's Satan as well, in black skin. So,
oh yeah, the Satan demons are the ones that's in disguise doing all these things to our nation. They're the ones keeping the vision alive or keeping the dream alive. You know, they're the ones not giving you your real true vision. You know, they're keeping it from you. They taught not to give it to you. Like she explained, Louis Farrakhan is the chief demon. You know, for there's many just like him, but he's the top one. You know, he's the son of Satan. You know, his father is a Portuguese Jew, and they're the ones in cahoots with Satan. You know, Satan put them at the forefront to uh, destroy our image and make sure that they mislead us and confuse us and have us misuse our energy and make sure that we never push our vision because it says what? It says the people without a vision will perish. So if they don't give you the vision, then they don't tell you one thing, that they don't want you alive, that they want you to perish. You know, and the demons think that massa, they think that they don't realize that massa, that they're included in that. You know, they don't realize that massa using them as leverage. Like she said, they're gonna find out soon that massa don't mess with them either. When the attack of all blacks happen, they attack all blacks. No matter if you're a demon, different nationality, Levite, Shabazz, no matter what kind of tribe you in or whatever, they're attacking all blacks. So, you know what I'm saying? You can think that you're safe. You think that the devil's your pal, then that's on you. You see? But the thing is, boy, it's tough for the demons. Not that I give a damn. Hate to be you.
That's right. So, I will share some others. Satan is false Israel. Satan is false Israel. And, well, that's what we're going to get into. I was about to bring up another thing, but
You can't. What you going to say?
the fact that Hamas, the situation that's taking place over there is an abomination, a desolation, because
Right.
this is something that's bringing shock to the planet. They're seeing that they're viewing this is bringing disgust.
Right.
Because they're seeing what God's people claiming that they're God's people, what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They've been exposed as we speak.
Right.
They've been exposed as we speak of being exactly who the scriptures identify them as Satan. And this is abomination, desolation, because this is destruction that's happening. Desolation means destruction. An abomination is something that causes disgust and hatred.
Right.
Something that causes disgust and hatred.
Right.
And that's exactly what they're doing right now
Exactly.
to the mind of the people. Because that's what they're viewing. Viewing all these dead bodies of these children. These children sick, ill, don't have any food. Mothers under all the rubble. No parents, none of these things. So they're viewing these things and it's causing hatred and disgust for those who committed that act on them.
Right.
And who was that? False Israel. Satan. And soon, very, very soon, they're going to be destroyed.
Right.
And exposed to the whole planet as being liars and thieves. And wicked. So, with that, we're going to bring the video to a close and we'll be back for more. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.